We're so lucky that Lansing has such a rich history in the automobile industry, and you can ride through it all here at the WILX Museum. And I told you we're going to get in a ride because we are in a car right now inside the museum. And Sarah, what car is this?
This is a 1954 Oldsmobile Super 88.
It feels super to be in here. It's so cool that there's so many, there's hands-on exhibits and a chance for you to get into the car here at the WILX Museum, where there's just so much history that people can experience. How far do you go back?
Well, we've got a car replica that goes back, well, it's a replica, but it goes back to 1887.
Oh my goodness. So there's a huge timeline of the history of cars here, of course, and the impact it's had on Michigan and here in Lansing. Talk us through some of those highlights.
So yeah, Lansing has a really rich automotive history, and that's what the museum is all about. You're going to see Oldsmobiles, you're going to see Rios, you're going to see Durants, even a Buick.
Ooh, wow.
So if it was made here in Lansing, we cover it.
That's great. And why is it so important to have a place like this here in Lansing?
It's because we're here to preserve that history. You know, we figured that history is something really important. It was a major thing that formed the Lansing community as it is today. So it's something that really needs to be preserved and then, you know, be available for education purposes.
Yeah, do you feel like this is sometimes like a hidden gem that people are aware of the history but don't know that they can experience it every day?
By far, yeah. Yeah.
So what age group do you think this would be a perfect museum for on a summer day?
This is great for all ages. I just had a group of kids in, you know, 8 and 10-year-olds, and they had so many questions and they love seeing the cars. But it's also great for adults as well. You know, this is a place you can really bring the whole family.
Right, especially too that maybe even lived through this history. So it's like a lot of nostalgia coming back, and they can be like, oh, I remember this, I remember that, which is so cool. And like I said, there's a lot of areas where there are kind of like that, you breathe through that history through the cars. And you know, if folks do want to come in here with their families, how much time do you think would be a good one?
I'd say at least give yourself an hour. It's a pretty extensive collection.
So there are so many different cars, of course, inside this museum, but there are times where you're able to let the cars come out and breathe for upcoming events. Is there one coming up in July?
Yeah, on July 29th, we have our Car Capital Auto Show. It's going to be a car show right here on the grounds of the WILX Transportation Museum. It's going to be free to spectators. We're going to have DJ food trucks. We're also going to have some special car rides.
Ooh, so you can really ride, because this one's stationary. Spoiler alert. So you can actually ride through the cars and get the full experience at that card show, right? Of course, at the end of July. And you guys are also part of the Lansing Experience Pass, so people can check in right here as they ride through history.
Yeah.
Yes. Any number of cars that you can give us? Like, how many cars are actually in here?
Oh goodness. You know what? We were actually trying to count and figure that out.
Yeah.
I can say in the whole collection, we probably have about 80, 90 cars.
Wow, that's incredible cars, nearly 100 that of course you can experience here, not just this summer, but all year round, and kind of experiencing this hidden gem. Thanks so much for doing this little ride along with me.
No problem.